OldieWireMod here, and this is going to be tutorial 15 in the Expression 2 series, where I'm going to be covering functions. Now, functions are going to be a little bit different than before, and I'll explain why a little bit later, but let's first learn how to define a function. So we're going to have function, then we're going to have the type of value, which is going to be returned, so we're going to be void, because it's not going to return any value or output any value from this function. And then we're going to have some name, and that's going to be whatever our function is called, and inside we're going to have inputs and all that fun stuff. But for right now, there's not going to be inputs. Now, a function, like I said, it's a little bit different than everything else I've shown you in the tutorial series so far, is that there's like an order of operations. So we have a bunch of code which gets executed, and then the function does not get executed, and then this code, or the remainder of the code, does get executed. So we want to put function up top because it's actually separate from our main body of code. So how do you execute things inside here? Well, what you do is you call the function. So we'll call some name right here, and that's going to call our function. And for right now, since the function's not outputting anything or inputting any values, which is displayed by these parentheses for inputs, and this represents the output, I'll get into that a little later, we are simply going to make this function do a command. It's going to print our favorite coding example of hello world. Alright, so we're going to print that, and as you can see in the bottom left, it says hello world. Now, we can do the same exact thing if we want to use outputs and returns and all that stuff by saying we're going to return something of type string, then we're going to put the return command right here, so the output is going to be of type string, and it's going to be A plus a space plus B. Alright, so what's A and B? Well, right here in the some name, we're going to define our inputs to the function. So we're going to say A, which is going to be as type string, then we're going to say B, which is also going to be a type string. Right? So A is going to be defined here, what A is, and B is going to be defined here. Right here, you're just kind of defining the data type of what your inputs are. Okay? So again, we're going to put a string for A, which is hello, and then we're going to put a string for B, which is world, with our exclamation point, because we're happy. Right? Alright, cool. So it's going to do that, but notice nothing's printed in the screen. That's because you actually have to put a print command to display the result. It's not that it's not working, it's just there's no method to display the result. So we're going to put print, and now it says hello world, or hello world with exclamation point. Alright, so now what if we want to do numbers or a different data type? So we'll put number, which is going to put output, or return the data type number, and then we're going to have our inputs, which is going to be of type number. Alright, really good. Now, here we're going to say our number is going to equal to 10 plus 20. So it's something really simple. So 10 is going to be A and B is going to be 20. So it's going to return this, and then from here, this return value of 30 is going to be printed to the screen, which it is. Isn't that wonderful? So that's going to cover like a bunch of the basic ideas of functions. Now, however, if I want to do a multiple data type function, let's say I want to print the current health that I have. So I'll say void, right? So we're going to have no inputs right here for this. And we're just going to call it, and we're going to say that A, actually, you know what? Let's put in some inputs and make this a little bit fancier. We're going to put A, and it's going to be a type string. So we're going to combine data types, and B, which is going to be type number. Alright, so we're going to have string, which is going to be health, just so I can kind of hammer this into your head. And then we're going to put this, and then we're going to put entity health. Alright? Actually, I'm sorry, not entity, we're going to put owner's health, because the Expression 2 chip does not have hit points. That'd be an interesting thing to add in the Gary's mod. So, just like a string, or you'd display a string, you'd put A plus B, so you'd put health plus some number. And the output of this function is of type number, which matches this input, so everything should be fine. And since it's void, we're not going to output anything, so we're going to have to return this return to print, or the print command, and now it's going to print our health to the screen. See, it says health 90, my health is 90. Go lose some health, print it again, now my health is 80. And that's going to cover everything you really need to know about functions. They're really fun to use and help make code look a lot nicer. But if you have any more questions, feel free to ask, and I will see you guys next time.